Magic, magic. Hello, hello, hello. Magic. Hell no. Magic, magic, magic. Baka na guys. Grindback versus OG. Ito na talaga. Kakalaman na sila. Bakbakan na. Wala namang sound. Low, 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 low. Hello, low, low, low. Hello, low, 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 low. Hello, low, 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 low. Hello, low, low, low. Hello, 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 hello. Ba't wala na naman sound? No.
What, a 0-3-2 build?
Yun.
Is going to really harass the heck out of the Axe.
Hello, hello.
Spin is going to be a consistent threat onto Doom. You can get some good creeps as well if you go 1-3-2, 1-3-1. So there's a lot you can really do on the Doom save.
No, it's definitely very good. It's definitely pretty good against the Axe.
Yun na.
I mean, if it's Axe Hoodwink, you know, it may be some complications, maybe a little bit. You know, just that combo is a little bit yucky. Grindback, we'll see if they are going to the Pos 1 Doom here, John. Final pick up here, 23 Savage. Maybe still waiting for another pick for himself. Pos 1 Doom could be a little bit awkward into that Viper, though. You know, just getting Viper struck. And it could be a little bit of a slow process here for the Doom throughout these fights, if it is in the position 1 role.
Hello,
So
hello,
what
hello.
do you think here, Grindback?
Yan pali.
I don't feel as though they're lacking team fight. Like, they've got plenty of good spells to abuse here to get some pickoffs. So it's not like they need to run another offlane here on Grindback. I feel like they could afford to just run the offlane Doom. Either way, it's definitely good wherever they put it.
No.
Oh,
Dark
they are
is all
going
right.
Pos 1
Safely in
Doom.
Doom. I mean, again, it makes a lot of sense. Up against the Axe in particular, the Hoodwink can make it annoying. We saw a lot of impact out from Nico in his Darkseer game in the last years as well. You can't really fault him for it. Plays pretty well into most lanes. You've banned out most of the annoying lanes. Drow gone, SF gone. The only options like a Terror Blade, but TB into Darkseer we used to see is being pretty rough. Heck, even with the Doom later on as well can be pretty annoying. Luna into Darkseer is also just weird. Now you're close enough range that Iron Shell's going to be annoying. You've got the illusions. Like it's probably just a little bit harder.
I mean, you've got a Treant, so chances are you'll be okay. You know, Treant safe, Treant support should be okay, no matter what you pick up. But yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, could pick up Gyrocopter. Doesn't feel that great without the IO, but he could just take it because Natsumi does love playing the hero quite a lot. No, they go Weaver. And that's one way to do it. I mean, this is a hero that really does not give a crap about Darkseer. It could not give a crap whatsoever.
Yeah, it's very stable in. It's our first Weaver game. It hasn't been the most popular.
Can I just say, John, against Storm Doom, Natsumi, he has a lot to worry about. Even the Bane, like, there's a lot of stuff that can catch this Weaver this game. It's only good for laning, I say. Mid to late game, there's a lot to worry about here for Natsumi.
Yeah, quite a fair bit. And Weaver's not the most fond of going like double defensive items. You know, like a BKB Linken's just feels really rough for Weaver. Even the BKB sometimes we've seen some carries like try to play on edge, not even bother. Now you have to kind of consider like both options, and I do agree. I think laning wise, it's pretty cool in the game. And the reason why it's a struggle for the Weaver is because you have this Viper mid. You are the most mobile hero right now here for Natsumi. Like that Weaver is the most pesky little hero that they have to watch out for, which means you can always hold grip for him. You can always hold your zip vortex for him. you can always hold a Doom for him as well, and you wouldn't care. Because the Viper doesn't really need to be doomed up. It doesn't need to be gripped up if the lane goes slow here for Yopaj. So this Viper has to pay off, because that's putting...
Scooping down some
Yeah, he's
KFC
eating
as
for
well.
some food. Yeah, he is.
KFC, John? Well, it's,
Yeah, it looked
but
like
he's eating out of
a
KFC
cup
bowl. Is that a
cup
salad?
rice.
Did he order
No,
cup
it's like...
rice from KFC?
Yeah, they have rice meals here in Southeast
See, but,
Asia, Mikey, you know?
It just annoys me because my wife does this.
What?
We go to KFC and she'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
give me the salad," and it's like, well, and then she'll complain it's not a good salad, and it's like, yeah, well, we're at KFC, like it's just stupid. It didn't even look like Savage was enjoying it. Like, why are you getting rice at KFC? It doesn't.
No,
make
but you
sense
do
to
get
me.
rice in KFC. It makes
I-
sense to me because it's Southeast Asia. We have chicken with rice, Mikey. You had chicken with rice. That's the only way to
did.
eat chicken here.
I did.
That, like it comes with rice. It's in a rice bowl.
It
Normally
really
it's like a
upsets me
chicken
when they
fillet.
don't have, upsets me when they don't have potatoes available. Just rice.
I mean, mashed
What do you
potatoes
do?
are there,
Not
but the main
mashed,
side
though.
is rice.
Not mashed.
Just potatoes, just
Mashed
roasted
is for
baked
simple people,
potatoes.
Jonathan. Not roasted baked. I want them fried, Jonathan.
West Adventure.
Fried, so
Western
not,
experience.
but not fries, just fried like potato slices, wedges, you
No,
mean,
I
like
mean
potato
fries,
wedges.
Jonathan. I'm just describing the
Fries,
process. I
Jonathan.
imagine
Yeah.
we would have put it
Okay.
together. Anyway,
No,
we've got game
no.
one.
Doesn't
That's
come
enough.
together.
Don't worry about it, John. Don't worry about it. Game one. We've got it underway here between OG and GRINDBACK. A best of 5 series here for the one slot for TI for the SCA region. It's hard being in this region these days, Jonathan. You don't get much out. I'll tell you. There's one chance. What are you smirking about?
No, I'm just looking where OG is going. I was trying to think back, right? Like last year, TI qualifiers, it was Savage on Talon with, Talon plus Cuckoo Squad, and they got beaten out by Nemesis. And I think there was a lot of confidence for Talon there as well. But apparently, I don't know if it's excuses. I heard from a certain manager. You can connect the dots here. He's
Low. Low. Low.
a long time ago now.
TNC's
TNC's been gone,
TNC. Talon. I know you're gonna hurt hearing about that, John. Talon's gone.
Nah.
I still wear their hoodie around now, knowing that there's nothing advertised.
It's
I
a
wear
good
it.
one.
I do.
It's a comfy one. What's also good is this mid lane matchup. Again, Yopaj, a lot of pressure to crush Ken. It's going to be the poison attack because, quite frankly, Nether Toxin without your old innate, not really amazing. And you will just zone out Ken. So you want to do this for at least 3 levels, right? Maybe even deny off the water rune. Keep the lane constantly shoved in favor at your timing for the water runes. You really have to prevent the Storm from having game. Because not only is the Viper's impact, reliant on a strong lane, again, it's about dragging attention to yourself because you want to open up the map a little bit for Natsumi. You want to be able to give Raven an actual axe game, which we have seen him do well on. Taking a look bot, Nico, getting run down a little bit. No surge anytime soon.
No, certainly not. Nico still being chased down here by Natsumi, and it seems like Skem just about to reach for the final right click, gets the root, and the Sakuchi's gonna make it. Good guy Skem, letting the kill go to Natsumi, and it will be on Nico, of all people. So there you go. Don't forget, John, it's still the Nico Vengeance arc here.
Yeah.
Or it's the OG Denial
Yeah.
arc. Who was left, who was right? These are the questions we like to find out.
That video, and who will get hit by an e-bike?
Namatay agad si Nico. Pinatay ni Scam.
Heads have cooled, but words were said before. In top lane, probably one of the more passive lanes, of course. This is probably a more challenging lane for Raven, right? You're not going to be able to zone out Savage all too much. There's a lot of play for Ollie and Savage to kind of get things done. Tim's does have a pretty good tree line, so he has some bushwhacks to play with later on. But it's not a runaway lane for Raven like we were seeing from Axe game last night, where he was just free farmed. He's going to be able to get like this Vanguard, late meal timing. It's going to be a little bit slower here for your Axe overall. And there's not much really stopping Savage from just getting that farm up. Also, I will want to note, I know the viewers don't see it, but the in-game HUD showing for Axe is pretty funny. It is using all the portraits, so it's actually quite funny. If you're seeing it on your screen there, Mikey.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It is good. I mean, it's a nice way of including the community that still haven't seen it, you know? Without ruining Captain's mode, I guess, is Natsumi. Down bottom, he's just going to be chased down by Nico. Surge is going to be out, and he's
Nakabawi, nakabawi.
Schem was
Ano
trying
kayo?
to go after Q, but won't be able to secure
Nakabawi.
the kill on the Keeper of the Light. And a bit of nice revenge here from Nico, considering he did just go down earlier. Doesn't actually go for the level 2 point Iron Shell either, by the way, John. Goes 1-1-1, but doesn't really mind anyway. Still finds the kill and just pulls the creep wave.
Yeah. And it's going to be such a big threat once Nico hits level 4 as well. Right? You do have that straightforward chakra magic lane, just spamming all these iron shells. Sure, on paper, and you're not going to be able to get the second shell on another hero. Like on Q, it's just not amazing. Scam still has a lot of room to roam around. No sentries being dropped here, Nico.
Base again. He's got the surge. We'll be okay. Just the thing that just at one point in surge, just so much value in a lane like this. It's gonna be very, very hard to pick him off a second time, I think, without a third support or a third player at least coming in. How's our other lanes been going? I mean, top lane, 23 Savage, Ollie, they've been going at it with Raven, but Raven, he's been having a fantastic time. We saw this the other day from Raven as well. This time he is going to prioritize the Helm of the Dom rather than going for the Vanguard rush. I like it though. I mean, we've seen this constantly from off lanes. Just you get this Helm of the Dom, it allows you to split push, allows you to farm a little bit faster. The HP and armor values are still very, very good. It just suits Raven's playstyle. He likes to just hang off the map, and he likes to be a little bit of a nuisance. Just keep the lanes pushed in, never let you feel like you can roam the map with a smoke. And eventually he comes out just being farmed as hell.
Yeah.
Bushwhack, gonna land. Has he got a call?
Low, low,
Doesn't
low,
even
low.
need it. Tens with a perfect setup.
Yeah. Just a little roaming around onto mid. Mind you, Ken did find boat. So he's
I know,
pretty
I know,
happy.
guys.
That isn't really worthwhile of a trade. Cutting off your June from this early build-up, especially since you're tied into like a Radiant spot.
They're gonna try for Nico. He's got Surge though. So just a bit of damage. I mean, Nico's very calm here anyway. Went for the double fluffy hat build, so it's very tanky. Already 1k HP as the Darkseer. And just constant mana flow coming in, so he can afford to go this greedier HP style of build with the Keeper of the Light. So really nothing to fear. Currently sitting in second in the CS board. And that might be the story of the game, John. Both off lanes in this game trying to prove a point. Both currently top of the CS board. Again, who's the better off lane is the question I have during this best of 5 grand
And
final between Nico and Raven.
Yeah. They're having a great time. The big delta right now really is that mid. The Viper pick seemingly at this moment paying off, right? Like Yopaj is just shoving in with a siege creep. Has a second wave coming in. He should be able to get some chip damage onto that mid-tier 1. They even dropped some really deep wards already here. It is spotted out by the sentry volley, but they are setting up for that aggression on mid. Again, trying to maximize this early tempo from Yopaj. Gets the power rune as well. So might be able to look for a little bit of a play. Ken isn't close to 6 yet.
Oh, Ken, he's going to narrowly avoid it. That was probably half a second away from turning real bad. Had he landed the Viper Strike, that would have been all she wrote for Ken. Thankfully,
lang sa
he will
baba.
survive, but the tier 1 mid tower, it's going to start dropping. They've got a siege creep up, and this will be it for the tier 1 if they don't rotate some supports over. They've got the Bane, they've got the Coddle. Ken still can't do too much about this without that level 6 timing. But it seems as though Q's presence on the Keeper of the Light is
Doge,
gonna be more than enough
Doge storm talaga.
to at least force them back this time. 10-minute timing though with the siege creep could be a little bit concerning with the way this game's
Kaya
going.
arcane na siya.
It can be. Again, lots of emphasis onto that mid. You have Skim starting to sneak around though. trying to
45,
get some control
43.
onto the triangle, prevent that flash farm coming in for Nico. Again, with how long Skem's been playing with Nico, he's very aware of where Nico likes to farm. He does still have his right side camps here, right by the Shrine of Wisdom. And they will take that 1 for 1. So no shenanigans over these objectives. Like you mentioned, Nico is still finding some good form, but Raven is slightly ahead. And this Dominator timing, it's just going to allow so much more scaling for the Axe. While again, having this pressure on mid,
lane.
they're trying onto Ollie.
Be chased down, and it'll be an easy one. Not really anything Ollie
Uy,
can
nabuhay.
say that. All right, never mind. I apologize. Apparently, he can just walk out of there. Both supports just thought they had a freebie for Yopaz. They just left him alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I would say maybe it's a bit more painful if he's forced to walk back to Fountain, but again, he had the salve. We have 6 now in Ken. He can try to hunt down these supports as well with not too much issue.
He wants the power route, but he gets unlucky. It'll be a shooter.
Items pala yun. Kalaban pala nila.
I guess it would have made sense anyway, considering the rune they got. You know, may as well be called that.
It's an okay rune.
No, it's
maybe not
Pinoy.
on, but it's a nice rune. We've seen it kind of save some lives, especially last night, if I recall right. It can be useful. Maybe not this early on, sure.
Kind of rune that Tundra would have liked to abuse, I bet. You know, it would have been like a 33 rune or something, you know?
Yeah,
his
that's fair.
Pack and his 5 Vanguards and his Helm of the Doms and whatever else he's picked up, you know?
And his Underlord.
Yeah.
All the damage reduction. Savage, it looks like they're starting to hunt up top, but this Doom, double bracers, face boots up, and windlays, he's pretty speedy. Not an easy one to find.
They had a nice ward by the Twin Gate anyway, so they saw Natsumi coming a little bit earlier on through the Twin Gate. So he kind of had a heads up to just leave the area, knowing that they were coming through. He is going for the classic Radiance build-up as well on the Doom, so you are just trying to play a slower game up until maybe the 15-20 minute mark, probably closer to 20, before the Doom really wants to get involved, unless it's an easy freebie. So T1 top tower push going to go pretty well for OG. No contest whatsoever from GRINDBACK. They are still pressuring this bottom tier 1 tower, but already the rotations are here from OG to defend. And that'll be cue for GRINDBACK to just leave.
I mean, for GRINDBACK, again, you kind of need to wait for all of these items to come in. Like Nico's going back for the mech into Guardian Greaves. Maybe by the mech, you could start to consider making some moves around the map. You need a little bit more EXP for Ollie to start to get that big control in these team fights with a grip. Mind you, again, Tims can kind of cancel from pretty far away, but it's mainly Tims. Oh, Ken?
Ken's been caught. We'll zip out. Nothing else to catch him right now, Ken. That could be a serious issue as time does go on, because you are either hoping
Sandali na lang.
from the Axe to really lock down Ken this game. Maybe we see some Rods of Atos later, but that doesn't guarantee anything either. You've got the Bushwhack, but you're going to need some follow-up to it. So unless Raven's around or your Treant's around, it could be a little bit challenging to actually pick off the Storm.
Easy farm si Raven ah.
Can be. I'm a little bit surprised that Yopaj is just going back for pretty standard Mage Slayer. I mean, again, it's great as a defensive item for sure, but an Orchid might have been nice considering his lane was pretty good just to help pull down Ken. Assuming just poking.
He's going to go for a run. Still poking away, does force the time lapse. There might be some rotations coming in. GRINDBACK, they see Sken
Ulit.
to be a primary target. Nice and easy for them to go ahead and take it. They sure will. Ken, he'll take the kill from himself now in the Storm.
Yep.
Some back and forth already with the voice lines as well between these two. 2-2 is the scoreline. So it's still a very slow game for this first game of the best of 5 grand final. First game of the best of 5 grand final. But it kind of goes with these drafts. Like, these are both mid-game style drafts. So you're kind of waiting for 20 minutes before both teams actually smoke up and start moving. They don't even have the items yet to start fights properly.
No. And Blink's almost done here on Raven, just a K away. You've got the early Deso for Natsumi as well. A K away. You've got the early Deso for Natsumi as well to try to rip these heroes apart. That's probably two big timing spots, the Mage Slayer on Yopaj. Savage just poking Raven, but he does have backup, so... Oh.
Bit of a chase. Nightmare's out. They've got Doom, but they're pretty low on mana for 23 Savage, so it might not be worth it. Especially considering Scorched Earth is on cooldown, so if he gets caught, doesn't really have a good exit strategy. Still, the game does continue to be relatively slow. I mean, again, you are still just waiting for these initial core items. Like your Blink on the Axe is going to be one of them. Your Radiance on Savage. Your Kai on the Storm of Ken. Yopaj, like you said, what, is he still going for that Mage Slayer?
Yeah, still gunning for it.
Okay.
Again,
Natsumi, he's rushing a Deso at least. So Natsumi probably will get involved pretty early.
Yeah, again, he's been queuing that up for a while. I'd say if you had an Orchid right now, you might be happy killing off Ken. And again, considering farm pace, it doesn't feel that quick from Yopaj as well. So maybe the timing would still be a bit off. A bit of chase top.
Ollie, Nightmare onto Raven. They've got Savage moving in with the Doom, and it's immediately just onto the Axe. No messing around. Big overgrowth, but it won't matter. Fiend's Grip to lock Raven down. They'll ensure the kill happens, and now they can go after Skem to boot. Great set of kills by GRINDBACK.
Oh, for real.
I really appreciate the way they're playing this GRINDBACK. They're just slow and steady, no rushing, waiting for overextensions from OG, and then just simply punishing every single time they have an opportunity. But if it doesn't come, they don't move. They just continue sticking to the plan.
Yeah, and I think that's, again, it's kind of the same idea OG has. It's just that it's harder to see OG actually get punishment. Again, we've seen it earlier on with those 2 kills, but hasn't really amounted to much when they've been trying to poke down bot and in the triangle. You just need a lot more. There's that Desolator on Natsumi, and he is switching on to mid. Maybe wanting something on this 14-minute rune.
They want this power rune. It is going to be an Imdiz, and Nico will go ahead and just take it. There's a Deso on Natsumi now, so he can intervene here in this fight as Q, already caught, does go down to Natsumi, just rushing right into the back, trying to do with Ollie, but he'll turn his attention onto Nico. Nice vacuum, though, from Nico. Gonna trap him up, force the time lapse, and continue to run. And
Nice
Nico's gonna
vacuum.
be okay to survive. But still, you know, you'd have to argue a successful fight here for OG. They do at least walk away with a freebie on Q.
Yeah, you might have wanted a little bit more, you know. You don't even get the charges up on Natsumi. I believe he was just a little bit too far for the Q kill. So missing out and just trying to benefit on that early Deso damage. I will say though, Natsumi's damage is kind of insane. Like with Treads of Fate up, if he's tethered on to what, 1-2 heroes, it's almost like he has amp damage running.
Oh, Ollie. Sharpshooter's not going to land. Ollie's still on the run. Nico's going to
Patay
be
ka,
around to help
Ollie.
as well with
Ay,
the guiding
gago, boy
greaves,
pa.
and
Galing.
they won't even use. Ollie's going to be okay to walk out as the Sharpshooter.
Oh,
like,
no,
it was obviously
lagos.
purposely missed. They're trying to give these freebies to Natsumi, but unfortunately it has cost them a kill. And it's a thing, right? Because it looks bad every time. Because it's like, how do you miss? But they're purposely missing. Teams is doing that on purpose.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was out of sync, right? Like, Natsumi was Nightmare. No one took Nightmare off. Yopaj was right next to him. Surely, if you want to give that kill away, perhaps you pass the Nightmare on. The moment passes, they miss out.
Yeah. Well, GRINDBACK.
Grinds
Group up
back.
at the top lane. I mean, maybe they force a push here. I don't think so, but they do at least have the Radiance now on Savage. So with the Radiance up, you could try to force something along with the Doom. Savage, he is probably looking to wait for at least the Blink Dagger, but no, they are
Ay,
pushing top
mabilis
lane, so
lang
they'll go
to.
for the kill attempts. His Skem is getting caught out with a
Nice.
Vortex, so
Dodge.
Open is gonna be committed. Eventually, the TPs are coming in. This could be bad for GRINDBACK.
Patay.
23 Savage, he's in the middle of all of it, and he's down. The dunk out from Raven, catching the carry in the opposing side as they also take
dead
down
stuff.
Q. Tims will drop to Ken, but what does it matter? They've given so much away. Natsumi gonna find another one onto Ollie now. Ken's still alive, but reveals himself in the Roshan, but he'll zip towards Natsumi. But he's got plenty of mana with the stick charges and the healing Lotus. He'll be okay. Still successful fight here for OG once again. And 6 charges now going the way of this sweep.
If you think about how OG has to take these fights, fully committing to a treant is kind of one style that plays into OG's favor, right? Like we were talking about the pressure man overgrowth. That's the opportunity OG needs to actually get these catches, get these kills. Doom doesn't really amount to much from Savage, doesn't really kill off Yopaj. Happy days so far for the side of OG, evening out the game. GRINDBACK, they're not really lagging behind. It's a very even game, but they just have to be so cautious about taking that kind of engagement. Like if it's Skem you're going for, you have to commit a lot. As long as you kill him before overgrowth goes off, that kind of move is fine. But if he survives and gets OG off, then well, OG's quite happy. And again, I've been watching Natsumi with these Threads of Fate because we have not seen the Weaver. This innate, it's a lot of damage. Like tethering on to 2 heroes plus 20%, it's insane. It's actually quite crazy.
It is kind of ridiculous that he just gets that for no reason. Tim's now trying to move in onto Q. Sharpshooter not going to land. Tim's trying to run away from Ken. Ken still chasing quite deep.
Oh, the misses.
He's running out a lot of mana. Meanwhile, in the mid, Raven still fighting here, trying to chase down Q. He'll be alive. Nobody actually dying quite yet.
Ay!
They're trying to keep Q alive, but no, he'll be the first
Q.
to fall. The battle hunger damage a little bit too much here from Raven. But it's only Q that dies. Everyone else survives. Ken, he was chasing Tims for an eternity that fight. But he just could not get the job done.
Oh, man. Scurry plus Mistwood Wayfarer. What an atrocious thing to play into. We've seen that save so many hoodwinks, and it just comes in clutch. That was what, 4 misses in a row for Ken? Really unfortunate for him. And they actually just get to regroup. They don't have the longest cooldowns if they're not playing around overgrowth for these hunts here on the side of OG. They did have forward vision, but the side of GRINDBACK have kind of stepped back. Skem is digging pretty deep here, though. They're not in position to capitalize on this.
He's just keeping tabs on what's going on here with 23 Savage. Raven's around. Raven, smoke broken.
Oh,
The call, though, gets hit by the Radiance, I think, and doesn't get the blink off. Unfortunate. It happens to the best of us, though. This is what it is. They'll get out of there. Out of pure embarrassment. Just get out.
Kem's still hanging around. I mean, he does have that good ward planted, but no one's going to be able to play off of this. Maybe he tries to snipe the creeps with a little bit of a grasp. Just keep that pressure up top. Doesn't quite. Slump up from GRINDBACK, and they've got Doom off cooldown. So they'll try to get something done. Full Orchid up on Ken. That could catch him by surprise. Again, it's a dangerous game for Natsumi if he's just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. They'll go for the Tormentor. This is a long swing for GRINDBACK they want to contest. The scan spots Skem. Not really what you want this 5-man smoke for if you were going to make a play. And, well, if you were going to contest Form, it's already gone.
Yeah. That'll mean that they'll run towards Twin Gate, 'cause I think they're assuming OG are coming through, and they are.
Alam ni
They'll
ano,
get a blink up on Savage.
ni
They
Nico.
still want this smoke fight. But Raven, he's holding position on the high ground. Ken, he's got an Invis rune. He's gonna see Raven. Orchid out, they'll try for the axe. Raven, he does have some teammates by the Twin Gate, but they're not coming through. He'll just leave anyway. He'll just TP.
Ang
Nobody else
pagtipis oh.
is there and ready. So maybe for Ken, he goes a little bit too early on, because he was Invis for quite a while. So he probably could have just stalked Raven, but he doesn't.
Galing ni Raven.
Only key runners coming up, but Savage, what are we farming now? Just going for the classic BKB build-up. Harpoon after that. Natsumi looking like he's going for a Crystallis build-up. OG still hanging around this side jungle, seeing if there's any free kills they can look for. Q's going to show up at the top lane to defend, and again, it's been a bit of a slower game. Neither side's really too interested in forcing any uncomfortable fights. Group up at top here with GRINDBACK. GRINDBACK not going to really find themselves a target. Lines being drawn out though top lane. Nico, I believe, saw Raven there for maybe a moment. At the very least, Raven saw somebody. Raven just trying to farm up that Lotus Orb now against the Orchid of Ken. See, very good against the Doom and the Bane as well. For anyone wondering, by the way, John's just having a quick internet reconnection. There's your smoke out now from OG. So they might head through the Twin Gates again. And in fact, they will. Natsumi's already down bottom lane. He's been trying to farm towards his Mantis style now.
Smoke na rin sila.
They are going to start to move his unit. 4-man smoke towards the Dire jungle. Savage has left the area, so they're going to miss out on a pretty big kill, but they're going to catch up Ollie anyway. Still a nice easy one. Some more charges on the Desolator for Natsumi, so not a bad thing whatsoever. But you'd really much rather a bigger target than that. It's the worst target you could have found. They'll head north now, OG, trying to find a little bit more. There are 3 targets from GRINDBACK hanging around this area. They've got a great vision as well. There's an observer ward watching the position of GRINDBACK at the moment at this northern area. So they're very well aware that GRINDBACK are here. If Raven could just bait them into this creep wave, he'd be a very happy man. Ken, he's thinking about it. Zip forward from Ken, but he's going to walk at the axe. He won't get caught. Overgrowth never comes out in time either.
And that is the challenge.
Risky. He did that without vision.
That is the challenge they have. And I am back. The internet's been fixed up. Having my own connection issues still.
He's going into Natsumi now. Natsumi, he's going to think about turning back around. Tim's is around the area as well. But they don't seem to believe Ken is alone. And he does have teammates backing him up now. They are still hunting down the side of OG. Pretty big game of cat and mouse. They'll look towards the bottom T1 tower instead because it is still standing. So look for the easy objective to take. Of course, keep in mind both sides are looking for the next Roshan, or rather the first Roshan attempt. So you are looking for that big fight into the Roshan play. BKB now available on the Doom as well, so there's even more reason for GRINDBACK to try and force a big fight. But OG denying them the opportunity. They'll take the bottom tier 1. Not really much to write home about. We're 25 minutes in anyway. Roshan will relocate to the bottom pit, so they could think about starting this on the side of GRINDBACK. They're in perfect position if they wish. It might just be a little bit too obvious though, and the lines are already being drawn out by OG. They're in position to check Roshan if necessary, and they are going to go for a big smoke. So they'll force the fight now, OG. Lotus Orb is available on Raven. Ping's coming out towards the bottom where they do see Ken under vision at the moment. So they'll go for the easy kill onto the Coddle if they can catch him. The Q has looked to back off and runs back towards 23 Savage, but this could be even worse. He might give the position of Savage away with this if he's not too careful. Does Raven check? He's going to have a look, but he's going to find Q. So tanks the gank for 23.
Aray.
He'll go down, but as long as 23 Savage leaves, he'll be happy.
The game is quite back and forth. Hello, Mikey. I'm back. Quite back and forth. The one thing about this for the side of GRINDBACK, I don't think it doesn't really simplify in a late game scenario, right? Like the damage from this Weaver is still going to be good. The late game axe, the call control, it's going to be nicer. You get your talents up. If you reach that point, of course, into 25, maybe even getting a Shivas up here on Raven would be quite good, and just having some more reliable hold that goes through debuff immunity. I think it's an okay game state so far. 9-6, 4K lead for OG. Smooth going for them, and they haven't given this opportunity out for Roshan. So GRINDBACK can find the opportunity to try to go for the objective either. I am just concerned about, can you find Natsumi consistently here? Because right, we're talking about the challenges for the Weaver in the draft. They have to materialize, right? And it's been a little bit slower here for Ollie, right? Like this Aether Lens timing's a little bit late. The Blink's going to be quite late as well if you want to try to catch out. If you can catch Natsumi, the games do simplify, so long as, you know, you're not getting caught in like a 4-man overgrowth, 4-man call. You can play into it. Tims?
Ooh. Cool. Nice pick off. I mean, it's actually proving to be a difficult kill because of all this evasion. But they get him. Jeez, it's just so sad how long it took for that kill. And this is the thing, though. Neither side is giving away any more than that. It's always a support. Every single time. That's all you're getting is a pos 4 or 5 at best. Roshan's still available. Again, GRINDBACK, they're in perfect position if they want to try and force Roshan. But OG probably going to check every time just in case. They're never too far away from the Roshan pit. And of course, GRINDBACK, they don't have the